Scout Trooper Foam, a more build. Index. With this guide and templates, you can build this Scout Trooper armor with foam. It also has instructions to adjust the molds to your body. It's light and comfortable to use. The templates also includes the pauldron for the Scout Commander. Chest. On the first page of each piece, we will have the guide on how to join and make the molds. Remember to validate with a ruler the correct printing scale. It is also recommended to print the first page, and then when we validate the correct size, we print the rest. Also remember to follow the cutting diagram. Always print from Adobe Acrobat Reader, because other PDF programs do not print in scale correctly. You can print in letter or A4 paper. If you print in A4 paper, select the option Actual Size in Acrobat Reader. We will cut the pieces along the lines indicated in the template. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines, as indicated in the chest guide. These parts will be transferred onto the foam. To secure the template to the foam, I recommend using pins to prevent it from moving. For the entire chest, we will use 8 mm thick foam. If you are going to use black foam, I recommend using these white markers, Edding 791A, or 798. We will cut the internal lines, so that we can also transfer it to the foam. The same goes for the other one. We need to cut this rectangle. We will cut these areas straight. Also remember to follow the cutting diagram. When green lines are indicated, make a 45 degrees cut, so that the edge faces upward. When red lines are indicated, make a 45 degrees cut, so that the edge faces downward. Extend the end slightly, to allow for adjustments, when joining with the back piece. We will cut these areas straight. Here, you will need to make 45 degrees cuts, in both directions, some edges facing downward, and others upward. We'll do this one with the cut facing down. The same goes for this side. The following ones, with the edge facing up. We will cut the rectangle. The same goes for this piece. The following ones, with the edge facing down, the rest straight. With some element, we can give it a circular shape, even providing heat. We will give a circular shape, in the areas indicated, in the guide. To join the foam parts, we will use contact cement, the more liquid the better. I also recommend a container, for applying contact cement. To pour it into the container, we will use paper tape. I recommend only filling what you'll be using, to prevent it from drying out over time. We remove the paper tape, and throw it away. The guide shows the steps to follow to glue each of the parts. To better distribute the contact cement, I recommend a spatula of this type. When gluing with contact cement or painting, I recommend protection, or do it in a ventilated place. Once the contact cement has dried, we will join both parts. Now we will join these two parts. When joining, always try to maintain the same heights on both parts. Now we will join the other side. Before joining, we can always verify that the contact cement is dry. To cover the rectangle from behind, we can use thinner foam. We will join these two parts. Before joining, we must cut out the area of the other rectangle. We will join from this other side. We will add this last part. Back. Remember to follow the guide for each piece. we will cut the pieces along the lines indicated in the template. We need to get the same thing from the guide. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines, as indicated in the back guide. These parts will be transferred onto the foam. For the entire back, we will use 8 mm thick foam. Extend the ends slightly, to allow for adjustments, when joining with the chest piece. We will cut the internal lines, so that we can also transfer it to the foam. Remember to follow the cutting diagram. When green lines are indicated, make a 45 degrees cut, so that the edge faces upward. When red lines are indicated, make a 45 degrees cut, so that the edge faces downward. The guide shows the steps to follow to glue each of the parts. When joining, always try to maintain the same heights on both parts. Backpack. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Remember to follow the cutting diagram. We will cut the pieces along the lines indicated in the template. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines, as indicated in the backpack guide. We need to get the same thing from the guide. For this part we will use 8 mm foam thick. Remember to follow the cutting diagram. For cutting the ends of the lines, I recommend using a precision cutter like this one from Excel Blades. We will give these parts a circular shape. For this part, we will use 3 mm thick foam. For this rectangles we will use 8 mm thick foam. The guide shows the steps to follow to glue each of the parts. Now we will join these parts together. We will make a shallow hole on the indicated line. Remember to use paper tape when the foam is under pressure. we will cut shallowly to mark a line in the center. Joining backpack with back. Now we will join the backpack with the back. We'll join the top part first, then the bottom part. We can test it using paper tape. Shoulders. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Now we will join the pieces, along the red lines, as indicated in the guide. This part will be transferred onto the foam. For the shoulders, we will use 8 mm thick foam. We will create a circular shape in the indicated areas. Now we'll glue the sides. Make one the same for the other side. Biceps. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. For the biceps, we will use 8 mm thick foam. We will make a 45 degrees cut in all sides, so edges face upward. We will remove the middle area. To raise the pieces slightly, we will glue them onto 3 mm foam. Using a soldering iron, we will make some marks where we indicate. Make one the same for the other side. We will apply Velcro to secure the grip strip in place. We will indicate where to put Velcro, so we know where to put the glue. We will cut off the excess Velcro. For the straps, we can use black Velcro. We are going to measure the possible length with our bicep, and we cut the Velcro to the desired size. We can adjust the width of the Velcro to match the grip. If the Velcro is wrinkled, we can fix it with heat. I recommend placing the Velcro inwards, with the soft side facing the skin, to ensure comfort. Forearms. Remember to follow the guide and the cutting diagram for this piece. For the forearms, we will use 8 mm thick foam. We will only cut the curved side parts, leaving the top and bottom uncut. We will give it a circular shape. We will make a 45 degrees cut in indicated sides, so edges face upward. Also for this part, We will only cut the curved side parts, leaving the top and bottom uncut. We will join the center. We'll mark it, to know where to put the glue. Now we will cut straight across all sides. Make one the same for the other side. We will apply Velcro, to secure the grip strip in place. We will indicate where to put Velcro, so we know where to put the glue. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We need to measure the possible length with our forearm. For the straps, we can use black Velcro. You can also use black elastic bands to join them. We can adjust the width of the Velcro to match the grip. I recommend placing the Velcro inwards, with the soft side facing the skin, to ensure comfort. gloves. The molds of the gloves are for gluing parts on an existing black glove. You can get black nitrile-coated work gloves, commonly used for construction or gardening. The parts can be glued on the mentioned glove with synthetic black leather, or with 1mm to 2mm foam. In my case, I will use 1mm foam and reinforce it with non-woven fabric on the back. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Here we will need 4 lines, but we will only use one template to copy. We need to obtain the same thing that is shown here in the guide. I will number the finger molds, so I know the order later. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines, as indicated in the guide. These parts will be transferred onto the foam. When gluing the non-woven fabric to the back, I always leave a margin on the foam. We will transfer, using a fine black marker, because the foam should remain like black leather, without white marks. Once we have transferred the mold to the foam, I will indicate the area for glue the fabric from behind. We will transfer the molds for the fingers, using a fine black marker. Extend the end slightly, to allow for adjustments, when joining with the gloves. We will cut each one out, and then glue them later, to each of the fingers of the glove. In this case, we will not reinforce them from behind, because we will glue them directly onto the glove. For these 4 lines, we will use 3mm thick foam, to create relief on the glove. These lines will be covered by the 1mm foam later, so I'll round the upper edges with scissors. Here we will glue onto the fabric, to give order and homogeneity, to this part of the lines. We will apply pressure to the channels, between the lines, so that they are visible. We will cut this piece along the edge. When gluing the non-woven fabric to the back, I always leave a margin on the foam, to later cut along the edge. We will indicate a joining mark, to know where to glue. For the main part, we'll put glue on the back. With this cutter, we will simulate stitch holes, to create a more stitched leather look. We'll do it all around the edge. Now we will join the 4 lines to the main part of the glove. We'll put glue on the back of this part. We will close the edges, so that the ends of the 4 lines are neat. We will fold back the ends. And we'll cut off the excess. Now we will glue each of the fingers onto the glove. Let's do it with the glove on, to give the foam a circular shape, when we glue it. We'll do the same, with the rest of the fingers. With this cutter, also we will simulate stitch holes, to create a more stitched leather look. Now we will glue the main part. Remember that the end of the 4 lines should go over the fingers begin. Also, when you close your fist, the ends of the 4 lines should start where the fist bends. Apply paper tape, to prevent the main piece from gluing to specific areas of the glove. In addition, we use the tape to keeping the glove stretched out, to allow for better gluing. To give it more of a leather effect, we'll apply heat, which adds shine and makes it more similar to leather. We'll add Velcro, so we can close the glove. Make one the same, for the other hand, inverting the molds. Belt. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Now we will join the pieces, along the red lines, as indicated in the belt guide. For this part, we will use 3 mm thick foam, or you can use 2 mm. Remember to mark the lines, where the rectangles and trapezoids are placed. Slightly extend the ends, to make future adjustments easier. Optionally, reinforce the belt by gluing non-woven fabric or interfacing to the back. Once we glue the fabric to the back, we cut it to the edge, with scissors or a cutter. For this part, use 8 mm thick foam. For the second layer, use 5 mm thick foam. For the triangle, use 3 mm thick foam. From the 5 mm layer, remove the triangular and bottom rectangular sections. From the 8 mm layer, remove the outer bottom rectangular sections, along the edge, not the inner ones. Make a cut along the center, ensuring 4 mm remains on each side, throughout the entire rectangular area. Next, cut the rectangle, making sure to cut only the top 4 mm layer. Cut slightly further inward the rectangle, to allow enough room to insert the strip. This is how we will test the space for the strip. We'll do the same on the other side. Apply glue only to the top section, leaving the rest unglued, so the strips can be added later. Keep this area open, to allow for later attachment of the strips. We will glue the final triangle. We will cut all sides straight. As I mentioned earlier, keep this area free, to allow for later glue the strips. For this rectangles, use 12 mm thick foam. Alternatively, you can layer 8 mm and 5 mm foam together, to reach the same thickness. We will cut all sides straight. We'll mark the location, so we know where to glue each one. We will glue the rectangles and trapezoids onto the belt. When joining it, place it aligned with the top edge of the belt. Thigh boxes. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Also the cutting diagram. The D is the same as part D but reversed, so we will only use one. We will cut the inner rectangle. We will also cut the passage for the strip. We will use 5 mm foam for the entire box, but you can use 3 mm instead. This is D. By reversing it, we use as E. Remember to following the cutting diagram. Only this part is cut diagonally at the ends, all other parts should have their sides cut at a 45 degrees angle, with the bevel facing downward. We will cut the inner rectangle. Later, we will cover the rectangle from behind. We will cut along this line, so the 3 mm wide strips can pass through. This is the only part that has straight sides and diagonal ends. Now we will cover the rectangle from behind. We will join all the parts by gluing them together to form the box. The back base, part G, will be installed later, once the strips have been glued inside. Although you can make the 3 cm wide white strips from foam, I will use these fabric strips. The white strips can be glued, once the correct spacing has been determined. It is recommended to use a 2 meter length, and cut the strip into 8 equal sections. Then adjust each section as needed, to best fit your body. The strip should come out diagonally to the box, parallel to this side. The same applies to this side. We'll make the strip come out diagonally the box, parallel to this side. We will glue the strips on the inside. Now we can close the box. Remember that the strips should come out towards the back of the box. For the connections between the strips, we will use 4 plastic side release buckles. To check the measurements, you can first use paper tape to join the pieces together for testing. We will also validate those that go from the plastic side release buckle to the belt. We can now glue the strips that go to the belt, because we can adjust them at the end. Remember that you can also sew them instead of gluing them. Check the distances between each one as in the guide, or tailor them as needed to best fit your body. We will also validate this one with paper tape that go to the belt, and also the one that goes to buckle number 1 on the central front of the belt. We will temporarily join to validate the unions. Make sure the strip going toward the back reaches almost to the center of the belt's back, and that the box rests on the thigh at the correct height. Once everything has been checked, proceed to glue all the strips, and also glue them to the belt. We will remove the paper tape to glue it. We will cut off the excess strip. Also, to prevent the strip from fraying, I will burn the end to seal it. We'll do the other side too. You can compare the length on each side this way, to ensure both sides match. For the strips that go towards the back, we will indicate where to glue them. The same applies to the other end. On this side, the strip is positioned further inward, relative to the length of the belt. On the other side, however, it goes almost over the tip of the belt. Likewise, always validate your measurements according to your body. thermal detonator. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Also the cutting diagram. Now we will cut the pieces, along the lines, as indicated in the guide. We will also cut the smaller parts with a cutter. This part is the same as this one, but reversed, so I'll only use one. This is the part H, but we won't use it, as we'll do it with a strip. This is I part, the same as H but on the other side. E is the one that will have all the details on top, and where A and B are mounted on top of it, we will transfer the molds onto the 3mm foam, although you can use 5mm. As I mentioned, I used 3mm foam, although it might be better using 5mm, which is firmer. A is the same as B, but reversed, so only one mold can be used. In E part, we will cut the internal lines, so that we can draw them on the foam. For the gray corrugated tube, you can use a flexible drain hose, typically used for washing machines, or a similar corrugated electrical conduit. The total length from end to end is approximately 27 centimeters, with about 8 centimeters extending beyond each side of the central housing. In my case, I'm using a thinner one, because that's the one I could find, so I'm adjusting the circle to fit mine. If you don't have this type of tube, you can make it with foam, cutting a rectangle to form a cylinder. And you can make the corrugation by gluing small strips around the foam cylinder. This is the part that goes into details. For the part F, we are going to use 12mm, although you can use 8 or 10mm if you don't have. Before cutting, carefully check how each side of each piece is cut diagonally. Later we will glue A and B parts to E like this. You can verify the tube width using parts C and D. The circle is useful for the detail over E part. We will give the circle a circular shape. We removed the inner rectangles, but we made them smaller and reused them, to put them back again. We will cover the circle from behind. Remember to follow the steps on how to glue the parts together. For the center line, we will cut a line of the measurement. In my case, since I used 3mm, I'm going to add some internal supports, but using 5mm is no necessary. Optionally, with a soldering iron, we can mark some details on the upper rectangle. We will cut the part F that goes on the ends of the tubes. To tidy it up and make it look better, we'll cover it with 3mm foam. We closed the union. And we'll also cover it with a lid, to finish it off. We join them, and cut off the excess, with scissors. We will mark it with the tube, and then glue it to it. We cut it shallowly, so we can nail it to the tube. We will add parts H and I over the edges of the housing. For this, we will use 3mm foam in strips, 6 or 7mm wide. We'll leave the cut for the back of the housing. We will leave just enough cut to be able to join both ends of the strip. We will use a marker to indicate where to put the glue. We will always join starting with the end, behind the housing. Later we will attach the thermal detonator to the back of the belt. Knees. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. Also the cutting diagram. We will need to cut some parts diagonally. These parts are for the base of the knee. This part T is the same as G but reversed, so I will use only one. The same for parts H and J, I will only use one of them, since they are the same. And same for parts C and D. I will only use one of them, since they are the same. This is how each part will go on top of the other. For this knee piece, I will use 5 mm thick foam. Remember to mark the internal lines, so you know where to place the other parts on top later. The A3 section is the same as A1, but reversed, so you can use just one. However, I use A3, because the internal lines aren't visible when the piece is reversed. For part G, we will use the inverted E, as I mentioned before. We will reverse this part C, to obtain part D. We will reverse this part H, to obtain part J. We will cut off only the top part of these parts, H, I, and J. Now we will glue parts H, I, and J, onto E, F and G. We will cut all of these parts with the cut facing upwards. We will cut these parts with the cut facing upwards, only the two sides indicated in the cutting diagram. Remember to cut as indicated in the cutting diagram. For this part, we will cut the sides with the cut facing upwards and leave the top sides uncut. We will cut the long sides with the cut facing upwards. For this base part, we will cut the indicated sides with the cut facing downwards. For these other base parts, we will cut straight, along the top and center sides. We will join the top parts onto the bases. We will cut off the top and bottom sides. We will cut the rest of the sides straight. We'll do the same on the other side. To join the parts, put the glue on the edges of the base pieces. make one the same for the other knee. We can give to each side a slight curve, especially in the top. We'll add the Velcro, as we did before for other pieces. We will cut the excess Velcro. We can make the strip with black Velcro, or you can also use elastic. We'll cut the ends to fit the grip. We can adjust the width of the Velcro to match the grip. We'll make another one, just like it, for the other knee. You can invert it, if you want to use it like the newer versions of the Scout. Cummerbund. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. The cummerbund is typically made of fabric, however, it can also be constructed using 2 to 4 mm foam as a base. In this case, fabric can be glued onto the foam, either before or after assembly, or the foam can be painted white afterward. I will glue the fabric before assembly, to achieve a finish similar to a fabric-made piece. As the other guide's parts, remember to validate with a ruler the correct printing scale. It is also recommended to print the first page, and then when we validate the correct size, we print the rest. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines as indicated in the guide. You can also identify how the pieces connect, using labels like to D and to B. This piece has 5 strips, but we'll only use 1, to make them all. The same applies to the 2 strips in L and K. For the entire cummerbund we will use 2 mm foam. We will cover the foam with white non-woven fabric, to simulate that it is made of fabric. We'll start by making the 5 central strips, and the 2 at one end. We will do 7, to obtain the curved strips of the center, and at the end. We'll use paper tape, to force the curve in each strip. We'll do the same with all strips. We will cut off the bottom parts of the strips, from the middle, and from the end. If you want to curl it even more, we'll roll each strip again, from the other side. The non-woven fabric has this texture, which is interesting for gluing onto the foam. For each strip, we will make an area to glue the fabric onto the front. We will cut each area for each strip. Now we will begin gluing the fabric onto each strip. We will join the fabric to the foam, always following the curved shape of the strip, so that it stays that way. Once we have done the same with all 7 strips, we can cut and join them together. We will cut the long sides with the cut facing down. With these 5, we can now assemble the center of the cummerbund, and these other 2, for the end that goes back. We will glue each one of them. We will join both strips. We will join those for the front center. We will make the strips the same length. Also for the back strips. We will attach the strips to the bottom part, where the belt will go. You can check the texture of the fabric that the non-woven fabric gives to the foam. We will continue with this part, also using 2 mm foam. With the non-woven fabric in front, we will remove the squares, where we will later place the pouches. We will also transfer the mold to the foam. We'll also extend the end a bit for later adjustments. We will do the same with the other part of the cummerbund, the one on the left side. Now we'll put the fabric on top. We can redraw the edges so we know where to cut. We will glue the right side of the cummerbund to the center of the strips. We will cover the left side of the cummerbund with non-woven fabric. If we can't see where to put the pouches, we can redraw them. We will join the remaining part of the cummerbund. We will cut off the excess. I'll reinforce the center from behind with fabric, as the cummerbund will be under significant pressure. With the belt, we can measure the cummerbund, or test it on our body. We also need to add the 2 strips to the right end of the cummerbund. Always check the measurements on your body before cutting the cummerbund. We will glue the 2 strips to the end. Here we will reinforce from behind, just like the center. Now we'll make this trapezoid, so we can glue it to the cummerbund later. We will cut the inner curve, to make it visible. We will use this curve, to create a head behind it. We will use this curve, to join both parts from behind. We will also cover this part with fabric on the front. We will cut the fabric into several sections, so we can fold it back. We'll do the same on this side. We are going to glue the trapezoid to the cummerbund. We will also reinforce the back here, to prevent it from separating. Pouches. Remember to follow the guide for this piece. If you're making it out of foam like me, you need to follow the cutting diagram. Pouches can be made entirely from fabric, and then filled with expanding foam for structure, or constructed from 2 to 4 mm foam, and covered with white fabric, or painted directly on the foam. The pouches may be glued directly onto the cummerbund, or secured with Velcro. The top and bottom parts are the same, so we will only use one. For the side part, we will only use one, because both are the same. For the entire pouch, I will use 3 mm thick foam, although you can use 2 to 5 mm. We will always leave a space around the foam, so we can glue the fabric to the front. In this case, since the fabric folds at the edge, we will cut these sides along the line. In this case, since the fabric also folds at the edge, we will cut these sides along the line. We'll make another one with side, because there are 2 of them. We'll do the bottom part again, for the top. We will cover all these parts with fabric on the front, as well as the cummerbund. For these other 2, we will fold the fabric back, on some sides. We can leave the back without fabric, since it will be behind the pouch. We will use the same non-woven fabric, to cover the parts. We will cut the fabric, to prepare it to be folded back. Since we are going to cut each piece from the front, I'll indicate each mold again in the fabric. Depending on which pouch it is, the right or the left, we will have to reverse the mold for the front flap. In all cases, it is with the cut facing downwards. You can check the guide to see on how to cut each side. Now, we will continue cutting each of the parts, according to the cutting diagram. For the front flap, we will cut the indicated side, with the cut facing down. For the top cover, we will cut the indicated sides, with the cut facing down. For the back, we will cut all the sides, with the cut facing down. For the sides, we will cut all the sides, with the cut facing down. For the bottom, we will cut all the sides, with the cut facing down. For the front, we will cut all the sides, with the cut facing down. For the top, we will cut the indicated sides with the cut facing down, the other straight. We will begin gluing, and joining the parts, from top to bottom according to the guide. All that remains is to close these sides of the back, and join the top over the back. Make the other one the same way, just inverting the front flap. The next step will be to glue the pouches onto the cummerbund. Remember that this pouch with this cut goes on this side, and this other one goes on the left side of the body. Gluing pouches to the cummerbund. Now we will glue the pouches to the cummerbund. If you don't want to glue them, you can attach them with Velcro. Joining chest with back, with Velcro. Before cutting the chest or back joints, always test the pieces on the body. We will use white Velcro to join both pieces. Always test these pieces with the cummerbund, to ensure you know the correct measurements to fix. We will make 4 Velcro sections, to glue onto each of the chest and back straps, as attachment points. Now we'll glue the Velcro to each end. Remember to check the measurements with the cummerbund on, before making any adjustments. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We'll use Velcro to join them both. We can adjust the width of the Velcro to match the grip. We'll make another one, just like it, for the other side. If you need to lengthen it, you can do it this way. We will do the same for the lower ends of the chest and back. Now we'll glue the Velcro to each end. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We will leave a space between the chest and the back. You can leave less or more, depending on your body. We'll make the strip for the other side. If you need to, you can lengthen it this way. Also, if you need to shorten it, you can. We can put it on, simply by opening only one strip. Joining shoulders with chest, with Velcro. First, we will attach a section with Velcro to the shoulder belts, so that it can be connected to the chest. Now we'll put the Velcro on the chest side to connect. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We can use more Velcro to join both pieces, or you can also use elastic bands. We'll cut another one, just like it, for the other shoulder. Joining belt to cummerbund, and other connections. Before gluing the belt to the cummerbund, we're going to make some adjustments. To prevent the front flaps of the pouches from opening, we can glue them, or use Velcro. The next step is to attach the Velcro, for the back closure of the cummerbund. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We'll put the Velcro on the other side. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We will cut off the excess foam. Before gluing the belt, we will indicate where we will put the glue. I recommend joining it with the curved belt, I mean with the closed cummerbund. We will cut off the excess foam. To make this closure more resistant, and to cover it up, we can put fabric behind it. We will cut off the excess fabric. Now we will add the black strip that goes from the trapezoid to the back of the belt. It's the same as the white strip on thigh boxes, but black. We will test it on our body before gluing it to validate the length. We will indicate the length. Once we cut the strip, we will attach the Velcro. We'll put the Velcro on the other side. We will cut off the excess Velcro. Joining thermal to belt. We will attach the thermal detonator to the belt. We can glue it directly to the belt, or use Velcro so we can move it. In my case, I'll glue it directly, since I won't be moving it. We will indicate where to put the glue. We will always glue the thermal with the circle on the right side. We will use Velcro to secure the belt to the other side, using the Velcro of the black strip of the cod. We will cut off the excess Velcro.
Here is the guide and the order in which you have to place the parts. We will use 3 mm foam for the base of the pauldron. We will cut the outline. We will transfer the lines back. We will cut the circles where the union buttons will go. I will use this type of union buttons, but you can use Velcro instead. We will draw the circles on both sides. We will cut a little, the center of the circle, to facilitate putting the button. We will glue the buttons. We will put fabric from behind to make it resistant. We will put fabric on the front now. We will cut the excess. To be able to join the buttons, we will remove the fabric from the center. You can also use a cutter. We will also remove fabric from the other side of the button. For this part we will use 1 mm or 2 mm foam thickness. We number the parts to know the order. We draw this mold in the foam. For this parts we will use 5 mm foam thickness. We will cut all these parts with the cut up. We will glue the parts on the base. Now we will cut the central mold. For this part we will use 3 mm foam thickness. We will cut this part with the cut up, but first we will draw a line. With fabric of the color that you like. For the pauldron, we will cover this part. Better if you get vinyl. We will leave the shiny side or the desired side down. In order not to put the contact cement on the fabric, I will put paper tape for insulation, but you can use any other vinyl or film. Now we put the glue. We will make some small cuts to facilitate folding the edges. We redraw the line of the bigger mold. On the demarcation line we will put glue. And on the intermediate spaces, on this part we will also put glue. Now we will join all the edges and intermediate spaces. With heat we will shape the parts. We will do the same on the other side. We will seal the foam with heat. We will join the central part to the base. we will seal with the shape of the pauldron. With 5mm foam, we will make some rectangles with a circle above, where the central part doubles. For the circle we will use 3mm foam. Now we will place the elastic that connects both sides. With an elastic of 30 cm long and 2.5 cm wide, we will make the connector that holds the pauldron. With these snap buttons that we used previously, we will use to join.
Boots, shoe cover. The boots can be made using from 2mm or 4mm foam. With this mold, the idea is to wear the boots over your shoes, placing your shoes inside the boots. Because of this, you will need to measure the length of the sole of the shoes you plan to wear with them. After measuring the sole length, print using the percentage shown in the table on the left. As the other guide's parts, remember to validate with a ruler the correct printing scale. It is also recommended to print the first page, and then when we validate the correct size, we print the rest. Remember to follow the cutting diagram. In this case, it is only this curve that needs to be cut, with the cut downwards. On this page, we can quickly measure footwear. Once we know the length in centimeters, we can use the table to print at the indicated percentage. This will be the printed sole, which should be only slightly larger than the shoe. This is the guide on how we will join the molds, and then transfer them to the foam. With this guide, we can glue another piece of foam underneath, with the sole pattern. We will use this tongue to add at the end on the boot. Now we will join the pieces along the red lines, as indicated in the guide. we need to obtain the same results, as shown in the guide. If the shoe is too narrow, you can use a smaller size, and extend the length in this way. To make the right boot, it is necessary to reverse the molds, and we need to mark the lines on both sides. We will use this technique, using a white background on the notebook, and copy it as transparency. This way, we can have on the reverse side, the same internal lines as on the printed side. We will do the same with the other molds. For the entire boot, except the sole, we will use 3 mm thick foam, but you can use 2 mm. Now we will transfer the molds to the foam. We will indicate with an arrow, as shown in the template, which direction we will point the tongue in. Always remember to indicate the joining lines on the foam. Also remember to extend the joining lines inwards in the foam. In this case, we will also reverse the molds, because we are making the right boot. On the side where the Velcro is, we will extend the foam, in case we need to adjust it. For the tongue area, you can cut the template, or copy it as I do. We will leave an area around the transferred foam mold, to glue the fabric behind for reinforcement, and then be able to cut along the edge of the mold line, once the fabric is glued. To transfer the square for the holster, we will cut triangles to mark. Note that the square applies exclusively to the right boot. We will extend the Velcro side, for later adjustments. The tongue, part G, we can cut directly, because we won't be putting fabric behind it. For the sole, and the sole pattern, we will use 8 mm thick foam. If you want to add the sole pattern, you can also use 8 mm foam. We will not reinforce these two parts with fabric, but we will reinforce the rest. We will cut out the pattern template, so we can transfer it to the foam. We can cut the central part, to unify larger areas. Once we have it, we can transfer it to the foam. For this part, we can use small scraps of 8 mm thickness. Once we have made all the parts, we can glue them together. We'll do the same for the front. We will make a circle, so that the central part has support. Now we will cut along the outer line. We are going to reinforce the back with fabric. I make the bottom part black, because I prefer black for the inside. We will then cover the top part in white, so that the black doesn't show in the hole. We will make the top part white, as we have mentioned. Remember to check the cutting guide. We just need to cut this curve with the cut facing down. We will cut the remaining sides straight. For now, we'll leave the ends uncut, so we can make adjustments after gluing. Same here, we'll leave the ends uncut. We will glue the parts together. Remember to apply glue only up to the last union lines. We will always join using union lines. To reinforce these parts, we will add fabric inside. We'll put this one right on the union line. We put these two on the back union lines, then these two on the sides, and one in the front. Since it's a difficult area, we'll prepare the fabric reinforcement between parts. I also put reinforcements at the joint of these two parts here, but inside and also on the other side. You can check if the shoes fit properly. Also you can test it with the shoe on. We can use paper to prevent them from accidentally sticking together. also reinforce these joints between parts with fabric. We reinforced all the joints between the lower and upper parts. Once glued, we will cut along the lines at the ends. Always double check your measurements before cutting the foam. We'll add the Velcro, so we can close the boot. We will cut off the excess Velcro. We'll put the Velcro on the other side. The next step is to place the tongue part over the front of the boot. We can redraw the area to know where to glue. Blaster boot holster. We will add the blaster holster to the right boot, above this box. Remember to follow this guide for the holster. We will cut the inner area of the part M. Later, we will put part N on top of part O. We will transfer the molds to the foam. We will draw these triangles at the corners of the rectangle, so we can draw it. We will also indicate the circles in the corners. We will cut the internal lines so we can draw them. We will cut the L part, the base, along the edges. Using leftover foam, we will make circles simulating screws. We can make a shallow cut, to make the screw cut. We will cut this part with a straight cut. Now we will make the cuts of the lines, of part P. We will glue part P with its lines. We will reinforce parts M, N and O with fabric. We will cut the parts straight, along the outer lines. We will join parts M, N and O. Glue part M with the other parts, so that the hole is on the front side, leading face, facing the toe. If you wish, you can reinforce part M, on the opposite side with fabric beforehand. We will fold these parts to follow the curves of part M. We will attach everything to the L base. We will glue the circles to the corners. Optionally, you can seal the foam with heat.